I do it in the gym. Gym's great. Even this
Well,
morning.
like, don't look at the guy's body. Don't acknowledge it. Like
Not
that.
guys, dude.
Okay, yeah.
But like,
More into the dudes these days, I feel like.
yeah, ready?
3, 2, 1.
We're on.
It's been a while since we've done a catch up, just me and you.
Oh, hasn't it just? Back in the studio.
Yeah, man, feels nice.
Do you like them in the morning or in the afternoon?
Ooh, good
Or
question.
in the evening? Podcast days.
I think either end of the day.
Do you?
Yeah, like an early or a late. There's something about a late podcast. When we did the melon one, that was nice. You know, we had dinners, pizza floating around. That's kind of like a nice vibe.
Yeah, yeah.
Then I also would like sometimes like a coffee morning one.
Nice.
Middle of the day ones.
Bit weird.
And that's also when my brain, I mean, most people who watch and listen to this will disagree that my brain's never working. But I feel like my normal daily routine, I take that bit of the day off.
The middle.
Yeah. The work bit.
No good in the middle.
Yeah, no good in the middle. Brain turns off. Not productive.
Yeah.
So I'll have to force myself through the next one today.
So if you're a sandwich, you have like really artisanal bread, and then the middle would just be like Spam or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Or just lettuce.
Yeah.
Just
okay.
wet.
What about
crap lettuce?
What about listening to podcasts?
Ooh. Yeah, I think we talk about this the other day, didn't we? My listening habits of podcasts have really changed because I'm not on the road as much. So I really love listening to podcasts while I'm driving. I mean, I've only listened to podcasts all morning, like 3.5 hours, 4 hours, whatever it is, driving here. Just love listening to podcasts. I almost still can't wait in the morning to get in the van,
I think it's
hit
morning
play,
for me, yeah.
and just be like, oh, but also at the same time, my evening relaxation is often podcasts. To just sit in bed, I'll play Tetris, podcast on, or I'll watch one on like my laptop or something like that.
Yeah.
Over TV all the time. Yeah, but it's definitely changed, man. I don't really do it as much, as I'm working and stuff through the day. I don't really do that. And I've changed. I used to, if I went out for a dog walk, I'd always podcast on. Don't do that anymore. I just rather listen to the birds and the bees.
Yeah. Driving only for me, I would say.
Yeah, and I don't drive that much, so
maybe sometimes I have it in. Actually, sometimes I do in the gym. Sometimes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I do sometimes in the gym. I always have headphones in the gym, and if I'm doing a bit of cardio first, podcast. Then as soon as you get to like lifting, we're going heavy.
Really? What we talking?
Well, we're just going heavy as possible.
Music, like heavy music, as in.
Oh yeah,
what we talking like?
At the moment,
style, yeah.
I listen to a bit of Alex the Terrible at the moment. Is that his name? Alex the Terrible.
Oh, cool. We're actually doing listening.
Oh yeah, at the moment I'm on
What's
that.
Alex the Terrible, dude. I don't know what that is.
You must have seen him. He's like the Russian. Is he called Alex the Terrible? I'm sure he is. Alex Terrible. I think that's his actual thing.
Yeah.
So he's the Russian, like bare knuckle street fighter.
Oh, and he makes music.
Yeah, he makes music, man. Yeah, he definitely makes music. Let me just double check. Sorry, I'm just checking.
A fighting man that makes music.
Alex Terrible.
What genre shall we say it is?
Very loud, screamy metal.
Oh, is it? Yeah.
He's the guy. You might have seen clips of him. You might not. He's the guy who can scream real loud, and he gets the microphone and he smashes it on his head.
I haven't seen those clips. No, I haven't.
Yeah, he's wild, dude. He's pretty tattooed, skinhead, quite a big dude.
Yeah.
And he gets to like a drop in the song, and he bangs the microphone in his head until it bleeds, and then he sometimes also he shouts. There's like a line in the song, and he shouts it so loud that you can hear it without the microphone. Hell of a dude.
I always
he might do porn as well, but I don't know. I think he does. You never heard of Alex Terrible?
No, never.
It's quite new to me, to be honest.
There's so many of these things I feel just slightly off the pulse, like the memes. I don't quite get them.
Yeah.
I feel like it's like the beginning of becoming old.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't want to be. I remember seeing people who are older and just being like, "Come on, man, you must know." Like, come on, just try a bit, and then then you'll be down. I know what you're saying. Like, well, down with the kids. When I was a kid, I'd be like, It doesn't take much to be down with the kids. Like, just try it a bit.
Yeah.
And now I'm becoming not.
Yeah.
I don't know who Alex the Terrible is, and I don't know how to find out about him. And then I find myself
Podcasts.
You know, like,
It's just like
researching, and then you're like, "What am I doing? I'm researching." I can't even give an example, dude. But you know, like the Hawk Tour girl, whatever that is to this.
Ibiza Final Boss at the moment.
There you go. Perfect. What is that?
Oh, you don't know that one?
No, I don't know what it
Okay.
is. And then like, am I going to have to type that in?
Do you know? You guys know? Yeah.
I feel like you're good. You're down. You're
not
good at
really.
it.
Not
you
really.
Are, though. You are. You're good at it. You are.
No, I don't think so.
More than me.
Probably. Oh yeah, more than you.
Yeah.
Yeah. My dad's more than you.
Yeah. Yeah. I go in the woods a lot.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
it's like
do.
I don't know. I'm just crap at it. And then anything that I watch, I try and so anything that I consume, I try and make it like as if it was food. Like I pick it. Do you know what I mean? Like
No,
I
please.
choose it.
Right.
So with media,
So you're not forced it. Is that what you mean?
like imagine like Instagram. Imagine what Instagram would be if it was food. It'd just be like funneling in just anything into your brain.
That's what it is.
It is what it is.
That is what it is.
I
So
try and-
true.
So I'm not saying I'm good at this, but
No.
like, I definitely try subconsciously, but I try and like pick things.
Yeah.
Not like
yeah.
just like turn on TV and just
Yeah.
or go on Instagram and just
I think
allow people to.
So at the moment, it's a great topic, really, because I don't have a TV at home. So I don't pick that many things to watch, if that makes sense. So most series that come out, trying to think of a series that's recent, I don't know.
But I think the series is good.
Like,
You're
I
picking
don't
it.
see them, like, because I'm just never gonna watch it, if that
Right.
makes sense. The thing at the moment, though, especially with social media, that I've been battling a little bit, is it started like TikTok. I don't really go on TikTok. I didn't used to go on TikTok very often, but then because it gets to know you so well, it actually becomes a source of inspiration, which is a positive, I think. So, for example, my TikTok stuff at the moment, a lot of cleaning. I love cleaning. Like, I've always liked cleaning, but because TikTok learns that you like cleaning, then you get recommended these products. So I'm buying steam cleaners, I'm buying brushes, I'm buying these different things. So, like, that is the way that you find out about these memes, I think, is because something like
cleaning.
TikTok, like something like TikTok, make sure you see it. Does that make sense? So it's like, how many swipes is it before it shows you the most popular thing that's going on in the world? So, for example, when Hawk Tour kicked off, how many scrolls do you think it is on your TikTok, my TikTok, your Instagram, my Instagram, whatever, until it will show you that thing, because it's so big that it's forcing it to everybody. And I think that's why. It's because any time you spend on those apps, it's gonna force it on you.
Yeah.
It's kind of what, going back to what you said about it just being force fed. I don't care who Ibiza Final Boss is. It's basically a dude in a vest with a funny haircut who's in Ibiza, who's gone viral because he looks really, he looks really unique. So, but I guess everyone's going to see it.
So that's what he is. He's Ibiza Final Boss because he just looks so Ibiza.
Yeah.
This is the problem.
Yeah.
Like, you end up like, if you research like I had to research Hawk Tour Girl, then you find out what. You know what I mean? I say research, typed it into Google, but like, I still, as I'm inputting that and then finding out, it's so underwhelming. It's so like, so she just said that.
Yeah, she just said it. That's
and then
all
that's
it is.
And then we're running with it that hard.
Yeah, and she ran with it real hard, right?
What's the old...
Is she in prison?
I don't know.
She might be.
What's the olden days version of this?
Newspaper? I guess that was kind of forcing people...
There will have been...
Stories on people, maybe, to some extent. Tabloid magazines.
Tabloid
that's a good
magazines
one.
with the trashy, the
Okay.
sort of like, easily consumable.
Radio Times.
Yeah.
That sort of thing. Maybe not Radio Times. That's a bad example. That's lovely.
There's a lot more. I wonder what percentage it is now compared to Financial Times versus, I don't know what the old Daily Mirror, whatever.
Yeah.
But OK Magazine. That's what
OK Magazine.
So like OK Magazine is now in your feed as well. So then if you were someone who I'd never buy OK Magazine.
Absolutely not.
If I had to go to the doctors and it was on the table, then maybe I'd read it and I'd be like, whoa, what is this?
This is a different reality.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. It's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, it's weird. So now we all consume OK Magazine as well, and I guess these like meme things are almost like,
Yeah.
some of them are very funny.
I'm really, I think it's a topic that comes up, especially doing this thing for so long. It comes up a lot about social media. We've probably spoke about it hundreds of times at this point, but it does become a battle sometimes, especially when it becomes, you know, you go on it because you need a bit of a laugh, maybe having a bad day. Like, oh, if I just go on TikTok, like put pranks in the thing, I'm going to be in a happier mood. But yet it's taking away what you probably should be doing, which is just going for a walk or going for a ride, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got me again at the moment a little bit, and I'm very mindful of it. Screen time's gone up a little bit, purely because we've been busy as well. Like, you're on it because you're posting stuff and you're engaging with things, and then you're like, well, I'm on it now to post this thing, I might as well have a quick scroll, and then that quick scroll becomes half an hour, and then next thing you know about Ibiza Final Boss.
Yeah.
And you're down that rabbit hole trying to understand that and why it's gone so big.
You obviously know about loads of other stuff that's actually maybe more relevant. Like, that's just a good... Okay. Yeah, well, I mean, we've all got clean.
Sometimes it can be a real source of inspiration, I feel like. If it's done right, you know? If it's like cooking, meals, like meal stuff, workout stuff, riding stuff. If it's done correct, you know, and you don't fall into a weird algorithm that it's just pushing horrible stuff on you, which, you know, you need to be really careful of. Because you can just see the worst of the world, can't you? Whereas I feel like mine, and yours probably is seemingly like nice things. It's biking, it's... Yeah. You know, I always remember someone saying there about you never know what's below the phone. So if you look at it as it's like a conveyor belt. Yeah. So every time you do that, you don't know what it's going to show you. And I think it's a weird way of looking at it, but it's quite interesting, and it's quite sort of like, not exciting, but you don't know what's going to come next. And I guess that's the thing that hooks you in, isn't it? Yeah. It's that. Not
the
knowing
next thing
is
a car crash. It's like, you just get shown it and you can't not look at it.
You can't not look at it.
Whereas if I go along a road, I purposefully don't look at those. I purposefully don't look at.
You don't rubberneck.
No. Do you know what I mean? I try not to because I don't want to see it.
That's cool, man. Anti-rubberneck.
Would you rubberneck? You want to have a look at what's going on?
If you've been sat in traffic for half an hour and you finally get there, you just like, I couldn't drive past and not look. That would take some willpower.
I just think I don't want to see someone's
I used to do that with supercars. When you see a supercar, you're like, don't look at it. don't give him the satisfaction of looking at it. Just stare.
Oh, man.
How sad that. Don't look at it. Don't look at it. I used to tell myself.
It's funny, isn't it? Because the person inside that's driving it doesn't really care if you look or not.
No.
Really, most of the time, they just really like cars.
Yeah.
Like, you have to really like them to spend that much money on them.
It's true. It's very true. Yeah, don't look at it. Don't look at it. Don't look at it. I don't know.
I do it in the gym. Gym's great. Even this
morning. Like, don't look at the guy's body. Don't acknowledge it. Like
not that. Guys, dude.
Okay, yeah.
But like,
more into the dudes these days, I feel like. It's like,
just the outfits are so crazy.
Look at him.
I look at the floor. I walk around, look at the floor, but I look at the guys. It's cool. Do an ad break. We'll be right back.
Oh dear. Oh, I did something really embarrassing the other day. I was going to share with you.
Please, dude. Please, I love these. These I love. I sort of like look forward to.
It's a bit of an anticlimax, this one. I think it's another one of those you had to be there.
It's Wednesday. You're in the bath.
No, it's nothing like that. So I went out for a ride. It's probably after Hardline. No, it might have been before Hardline. I think. Oh, I'll tell you this story when I see you next. Sort of one on this platform. Yeah. So I went out for a ride. I was having a lovely time. Knowing that when I got home, we were going to make hot dogs. And I was like, oh, this is going to be right good. You know, I don't know if you do this, but I'm riding around. I'm like, oh, I'm going to make hot dogs when I get back and fries. It's going to be a nice dinner.
Nice.
And then I was like, oh, I'm going to make hot dogs. I'm going to get crusty bread, I've got onions, and mustard. And then I was like, oh, we don't have any ketchup at home. That's annoying because you kind of need...
It's no good without it, is it?
Nah, you need mustard and ketchup, don't you?
Yeah.
So I thought... I was thinking like, oh, shit, that is like, I'm going to have to go home, get in the car, drive to the shop, buy some ketchup. You know, that's annoying. So I was out on the bike and I'm like, or you could call past the pub, the Peacock, and go in and take some ketchup.
What, just the bag, the little?
Well, that was my idea. So I thought, well, I'll just go in and get a bottle of ketchup, get some ketchup.
Yeah,
that's quite smart. I thought, like, put it in your pocket. Like, doesn't really matter, does it? So
steal is this?
No, we don't use that word. Borrow. So go for a ride. I'm out riding. I'm like, get to the pub. Lovely day. It's been really nice weather, hasn't it? So everyone's sat outside the beer garden, got a helmet on, blah, 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 blah. Walk to the pub. Can't find ketchup anywhere. It's nowhere to be seen. Turns out it's on a shelf and it's proper bottles, like old school bottles. So I'm like, I'm here now. I'll take it. So took the bottle of ketchup, put it in my riding shorts, rode home, thought nothing of it. Make dinner, ketchup on, mustard. So good, dude. About 3 or 4 days later, Emma and I were like, oh, we go out for dinner. Cool. Local pub. Obviously, we'll go to local pub. I'm like...
Regular customer.
Yeah.
It's
Literally, it's local, dude. I go all the time. So I'm like, I take the ketchup back. So, but obviously, I didn't tell Emma where I got it from because she'd be like, oh, that's, you shouldn't do that. So I put it in my shorts and we go to the thing.
Such a roller coaster of a story, dude.
Yeah,
I was actually
it's
thinking
such an anticlimax. It's such an anticlimax because we go to the pub and obviously we know most of the people there, work there, like not like know them to talk to, but we know our faces, we know their faces. Go up to the bar, manager's there, and she goes, oh yeah, you brought that ketchup back. And I was just like, no. She knows that I stole the ketchup. Like, she must have watched me come in here and just take a bottle of ketchup.
But you actually had bought it back.
Yeah, I actually had bought it back. So I said, funny you say that, and pulled it out of my shorts and gave it her back. And Emma was just like, what is going on? Like, why have you done that? That's insane. Like, it's so embarrassing. It is a bit embarrassing. It is a bit embarrassing.
I think the fact that you bought it back,
I've borrowed it.
I've been on this. I've been listening to this story, like as has the listener. So I think I was like, oh goodness, he's actually stealing the ketchup. I can't believe this. He actually was borrowing it. Yeah.
I actually did borrow it, only for one meal as well.
And he did bring it back, and the fact that you bought it back's quite cute.
Yeah, and the fact it was in there, and I think it was more just the embarrassment of it. She kind of found it.
Did she laugh?
She found it quite funny, yeah, which is good because it could have gone another way, couldn't it? And I'd be like, oh, really sorry about that. Like, I don't want him thinking I'm a thief. Like, we live in quite a small village.
Yeah, Davey, what's your takeaway from this experience?
Buy ketchup. Just have it.
Just have it, yeah.
Because you use it a lot, I think. If you like
hot dogs
and fries and stuff like that. So yeah, it's just embarrassing. I think now whenever I see her, I'm just like, oh, she knows I'm the guy who stole the ketchup.
You did bring it back.
Yeah, no, I don't think it's that bad. It's just like, how long do you keep it?
Until the moment that you pulled it out of your shorts, it was stealing.
Yeah, and obviously.
And then when you pulled it out of your shorts, it changed everything. It was like, he actually was borrowing it. Warm ketchup.
A bottle of ketchup that I've walked to the pub with in my pocket so Emma couldn't see it. Long t-shirt on.
What did Emma think about the whole thing?
She just got very confused, mate. She was just like...
Did you have to go through the story with her?
Yeah, basically. The other night we had hot dogs, you had ketchup and you had mustard, you really liked it. That's because I stole the ketchup and it made dinner for us and I didn't have to get in the car to go to the shop to come back. Yeah. Anyway...
I love the story. It's good.
Yeah, it's different, isn't it?
I like it.
It's all right, and sometimes you got to do what you got to do, aren't you?
Yeah, absolutely. You're just out there, dude, and you need ketchup.
I'm just out there trying to live my life.
Yeah,
you know, and sometimes you need to borrow some ketchup off somebody, and that's okay.
That's okay. If you bring it back, it's okay.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. I don't know. I don't really know if we kept it longer and didn't take it back. Does it change anything? I think it probably does.
Ketchup for me gets to the end of a bottle and it becomes very unappealing. I have this with a lot of things. If you have hummus in the fridge,
as soon as it gets a bit of a skin on it,
if you get down to like a centimetre of hummus, it's absolutely fine, and I know it is, but it just becomes unappealing. Yogurt and ketchup, anything. Just what is the quantity for you when it becomes unappealing?
Similar. A
centimetre.
And I'm bad for putting a little bit back. Like, why is it in the fridge?
Yeah.
Why didn't you just, spoon it?
I don't want to waste it. Yeah. But then I don't want to eat it either.
So you just see if someone else will eat it and just leave it there. It's the same with like if you ever get like a bag of spinach and it's not old, but yet there's just one leaf stuck to the packet and it's gone a bit dark green.
And it's just made the rest of the thing not good.
Yeah, throw it away.
Yeah.
Empty it into the green bin. Or give it the chickens, which you can do.
I can do, but we've got new chickens, and it's so sad. Honestly, there's nothing that will make you... Yeah, like I have this sort of like rosy view of nature. When the chickens are harmonious, it's so nice to watch them. They hop around in the grass and they eat insects, and it's like so nice.
They don't bother each other.
We've got two of the old chickens.
Yeah.
All of them are like ex-battery, so they all turn up. They all turn up looking awful. Like they literally look. One of them looks like Gollum. One of the chickens looks like Gollum, dude.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah. It's got like no. I was gonna say feathers.
Yeah.
And
Kentucky Fried
like
Gollum.
barely any comb, and he just like scurries around. And anyway, they all came like that. And then the two ones that we've had the two ones that are existing are very healthy now. Like really over the top healthy. They're like
good diet.
Jacked.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then 3 new ones have turned up, and they just get pummeled.
Pecking order.
Mate, it's insane. It's been 3 days now, and it's just all. There'll be squawking going on now. They stand on top of them, pulling at the comb, the wobbly bit on top, just clamp down. I thought the 2 chickens, they're so nice and calm, and then they've just become
horrible. We had the same thing once. I think we were doing the show then, and one of them got hurt. They were like brothers and sisters and stuff, and they were all lovely. They loved each other, and then as soon as one got hurt, they all turned on it, and chased it around garden, kicking it.
It's horrible, isn't it? It just doesn't stop. I can't believe it doesn't stop. And then
fucking dinosaurs do.
You can't like discipline them either. Like I don't think their calculated brains really take discipline.
No, they don't understand, do they?
No,
they just think. Well, they just
get rid of them. There's no point in whacking the chicken. There's no point in.
Don't know.
No, pinning it down, making it.
Crazy animals, really. Proper dinosaurs, chickens, aren't they?
Yeah, big time. So now we've got...
You can see how they survived whatever happened.
Yeah. They've got quite a big pen.
Yeah.
And we've just got 2 chickens in there, and then 3 are just sat, like, terrified on top of the feeder. We've got like a...
It's almost worse, isn't it? Because you've, like... Yeah. Put them in a room together.
Yeah. But I don't know how to deal with it. So I let the 2 healthy ones out and close the door. And then all of the other ones, they like kind of climb out of all the cracks, and they're just rushing around trying to eat as much as they can, whilst the
whilst they're not getting beat up.
Like, whilst the mean sisters are away. But then the mean sisters don't really enjoy the garden anymore. They just stand by. They stand by the pen, staring at the ones that they're about to beat up when they get let back in.
Oh my God.
It's just not harmonious at the
Anxiety
moment. It's
inducing.
Not good. It's not good. Poor chickens. I feel bad. I feel like a bad chicken owner, but I don't really know. So if anyone's got any tips on how to make chickens harmonious and how to sort out the pecking order, that'd be much appreciated.
Please use the comment section for chicken tips.
Yeah. What does this become? These catch-up episodes are always like this, aren't they?
Yeah.
Let's try and get on some mountain biking now, dude.
Okay. Let's do that. What should we talk about?
Let's talk probably like near on a month after it's happened.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Hardline.
Let's. After the break.
After the break.
Olly's just nipped to the bathroom, so I thought I'd just have a quick HUEL break, which is actually the perfect segue into this ad. We are extremely excited to welcome HUEL to the podcast. If, like me, you end up running late, you don't have time for breakfast, and you just end up starving all the time, like I do. We've all been there, all right? You're racing around, you're trying to do meetings, you're doing school pickups, which I don't do. Whatever it is, you're going to need something delicious, easy, quick, nutritious to fill the void. So this podcast is now sponsored by HUEL, HUEL, the world's #1 complete nutrition brand with over 400 million meals sold worldwide. Yes, you heard it right. That's 400 million. HUEL is trusted by people just like you and me to fuel their days with convenient, complete nutrition. So you can now actually try it for yourself with our exclusive discount code. You can get 10, in fact, no, we're not doing 10. We're going to do 15% off with our code RIDE at HUEL.com. But I also want to tell you about my personal favorite, okay? Strawberry banana. My 2 favorite things. I love strawberries. I love bananas. You can't go wrong with putting them together. Plus adding 35 grams of protein. These things leave you feeling full, and you're not like scratching around for food in gas stations. You're not grabbing a quick fast food meal or whatever. You can actually tick that nutritional deficiency off with a good quality product. So yeah, this is my personal favorite. I also love the new black edition, the ready to drink. It's got another whopping 35 grams of protein, 27 different vitamins and minerals, and it all comes in one handy bottle. Basically, it tastes like milkshake, and who doesn't love milkshake? So that's 15% off with code RIDE at HUEL.com. Unlock a healthier, easier way to eat with HUEL. Nutritionally complete meals in minutes so you can focus on what really matters. Biking. Cheers, HUEL.
And we're back.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. We are back. Talking about Red Bull Hardline. That's right, Red Bull Hardline.
That's right, one exciting race.
Great time. Great time for the crew. Great. Yeah, really good. Obviously, we went there with the idea of making podcasts. We didn't get as many done as we thought we would.
No,
we
it's hard
learned
making
a lot.
podcasts at events, isn't it?
Yeah, we did learn a lot.
Yeah,
We learned a lot. People are busy.
people are busy. That
Especially-
course will keep you busy,
That
wouldn't
course will keep you
it?
busy.
Yeah.
And I think that was maybe it was good though. I'm obviously really stoked with what we put out. People seem to really like that style of content. Big credit to Doug and Naomi who absolutely smashed it.
What
Yeah.
did you think about the track? What was your...
What did I think about the track? You know what? I'd not thought about it until Rat said. Now, obviously, when you're walking it at no miles an hour. So everything looks gnarlier size-wise than what it is when you're riding a bike at 20 miles an hour, for example. So I tried to think about it a little bit more and be like, actually, do those features look a little bit easier when you're in a bike? Maybe, but also everything is fuck you massive and really quite something, like really quite, yeah. I mean,
When was the last World Cup you went to or something?
probably Fort William, long time ago.
Yeah, there you go. Wicked.
And
So
with that, you don't do. I think it's quite unique to go and do track walk because not many people will go to Hardline and actually get to walk top to bottom, will they? They'll just see you're only allowed up to the 90s, and then you can't really see much of the techie stuff, can you? If you think walking wise, you can't really see it. You can't get close to it, really.
Yeah.
Unless you're in the woods at the bottom for those 3 rock, Davies Key section.
Yeah, there you go.
But other than that, like I think a lot of the race was like won or lost right at the top, like in that janky rocks and the compressions and the flat tire spot that you spotted as well, that everyone was hitting that rock that stuck up. So I think it'd be good if they did a public track walk. I think that'd be quite fun actually, like quite a little fun exercise. If you want, you can come. It's like Thursday night. You can actually walk the whole course. That'd be quite sick.
Yeah, it would be.
But yeah, what was the question? I can't remember what you asked me. What did I think of the
just
track?
your impressions, yeah.
Okay.
Your takeaways or your impressions of just the track, yeah.
Yeah, the track.
Because it is a really important part of Hardline. It's literally called Hardline, so we're talking about the line. This is the hard.
I think we obviously went on an easier year. I think that's safe to say because riders were comfortable.
Yeah, so
most people had ridden it already,
top to bottom, yeah.
And the ones that hadn't seemed to get up to speed quite quick, I'd say.
Yeah.
A few puzzlers, but for the most part, everyone was quite comfortable on it, which sounds crazy to say, but you know, because there was no major changes like a Canyon or the new 90s or whatever. I mean, it seemed like the riders were a lot more comfortable quickly. I mean, it was crazy, wasn't it? That I can't remember. It was Jono that we spoke to, and it was like Thursday, and he was like, "I don't know what to do. Like, I've done all my practice. I'm fine." You know?
How much can you learn from practicing it more?
Why would you ride it more?
Yeah.
Other than because there's spectators there, and you feel you probably need to have to put on a bit of a show. So yeah, that was a major takeaway that the riders especially, were quite comfortable with it.
If you were
that'll change next year.
Yeah. If you were riding it, would you want to do lots of runs or not as many?
Wow,
See, I think if I was riding it, I would want to feel comfortable on it, which sounds silly. It's obviously very difficult to become comfortable on it, but I think I would want a few runs. I'd want to keep just knocking out runs. Maybe nothing crazy, but like a few runs.
If I could equate it to like riding trails, like riding dirt jumps or whatever, you've ridden big, scary stuff before, and you just want to keep doing it and keep doing it. So I think unless I was in that situation, you'd be like, oh no, that's actually so fun once you've got your head around it and got over everything. So especially stuff like, for me, the 90s, the road gap, they'd be ones that you'd be like, oh yeah, I'm going to ride these, because these are actually sort of quite kind of fun. And what's the word? Not sustainable, but like once you've got the speed right, you're okay. Once you could probably just do more and more runs. It's the small janky stuff that I think I'd be a bit like, ooh, I don't know if I need to do, I don't know, X amount more runs through that tech rock garden before you get to the road gap.
Feels like there's more variables. The more you ride it, the more likely you are to crash.
And there's probably a little bit of blind ignorance is probably a good thing to some extent, and carry a bit more speed than what you should do. And I don't know. What about you? What would your approach be? It's actually really interesting, and loads of people commented on this, because obviously you're a really good bike rider, far superior to me and probably most 99.9% of the people.
Stop it, Davey.
I'm just giving you some flowers. Don't worry, we're moving on. And so it was interesting walking the track with you, actually, and I think that's something that, again, not a lot of people would get to do, actually walk the track with someone who could ride it. So seeing how you were looking at things as to how I looked at things was really interesting. I really enjoyed that experience.
Oh, cool.
And it'd be good to ride. It would be good to walk it with someone who was actually racing, especially maybe at the end of it. I used to enjoy that about like moto days. It's like you go walk the track after, see what it's like, because then next time you come,
just tell you little things,
how it's gonna play out and like what's gonna change. So I think it was interesting walking it with you, because the thing you did was like, what did you say? I can't remember how you worded it, but like, at what point would you get off, and like which section would you stop riding?
Yeah,
that was pretty cool to actually think about.
What bit? Yeah, exactly. What bit?
Yeah,
are you still on the bike?
Yeah, exactly.
It was quite a fun exercise, wasn't it?
Yeah, for sure. It was a fun exercise.
And funnily enough, it's like what's really cool about Hardline is it's you go down a World Cup track and it's not the case. You can just like a lot of people that are listening to this as well could ride down a World Cup track. Yeah, it'd be very slow, and you might have to like get off on some features, yes, and it certainly wouldn't look anything like one of the riders on the live feed.
Yeah.
But you could get down it. You know what I mean? Like a lot of us could get down it. Whereas Hardline's very different, isn't it? Hardline's like,
there's features you have to get over and ride at a pace.
Yeah.
Like the 90s, you can't just chill over that.
I'll just do a slow run of the
90s. You've got literally no choice.
Yeah.
You cranking it around that corner or whatever. So yeah, the track it's interesting. It's good. It's actually really cool to see after watching it for so many years.
That's right. Yeah, that's what I felt as well.
You've watched it for so many years, and obviously the camera doesn't do it justice. And then you're there looking at it, and you just think, wow, like this section that the camera maybe doesn't show that well. When you actually look at it, you're like, whoa, that's actually super gnarly. I don't know how to describe where it was on the course, but I don't think the camera did the.
It's really difficult to get angles that really do stuff justice. Yeah. Like, as you know from GoPro, the GoPro effect is like when you look back at your run, you think that you've just had you've created something incredible, and half the time I look back and I'm like, the whip's okay. I thought it was bigger. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
Like it can work both ways. It can make it look better or worse. But I quite often find filming stuff is really hard to make look what it is.
And they obviously did an amazing job of showing as much of the track as they do in the drone, and it's amazing. But there's a few sections, and it was the one where I don't know if it's the one where you were like, you are literally free falling from this point. It was that bit, and I don't.
Cool, yeah.
It's kind of quite a high up the top
before the road. I know exactly the bit
before the cliff jump.
Yeah,
that bit there was like, to look at that and how steep that is, and the consequences if you overshoot at the berm, you're literally going off into nothingness.
And then, so you ride it, tick it off, and then you have to work out how to go quick down it.
Yeah,
it was really cool. It's quite a puzzle, isn't it? Like I would not have a clue how to put together a race run down that. And there were things, so above that there were like fast boys, obviously everyone's fast, but fast boys were like doubling horrible rocks above that, and you can't see you see a lot of people crash there, or you see people puncture there, but you can't see how horrible it is.
Yeah.
It's like, all those bits are quite like
What
cool
I
to
also
see up close.
like you say about the systematic approach, I thought was really interesting, because I don't know if World Cup races are like that. It doesn't seem like it is. It's like they go to the top on first day of practice and they do a steady first run, whereas this, it's like a systematic breakdown of the course, and then they string it together. And it was just interesting to see how they approach that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, okay, we're going to session this bit all together, and then we're going to move down the track, and then we're going to do this bit all together. And then people started to break off and put together the whole run. And I just thought that was dead cool how it's, I don't know, it's a very different approach to biking than what most people experience, of going somewhere and systematically, over a course of 2 days, 3 days, breaking down.
I really like it.
Yeah, it's like clinical.
At the street race, it really...
Yeah, of
and I
course.
understand they've got no time, but at the Serabaco, I always want people to just calmly work your way down. Just do feature, tick that box. Cruise down, next feature, tick that box. And they're so keen to get on the race runs that so many people, you know, like Holguin, Wanfer, they just do top to bottom. So they've done track walk, they've seen it, they just want to, it's just an A to B thing. They want it to be like, they want every run to be about making it quicker.
Yeah.
Whereas I really like the approach that kind of suits Hardline, and I think it suits Serabaco, but obviously it's so limited on practice that maybe that changes a bit. But that kind of just methodically ticking things off, because I think stuff goes wrong for me when I don't.
Interesting.
You can like control way more.
Yeah.
Entrance speed, exit speed.
Yeah.
You don't have to like. Yeah, you can make it as safe as possible.
It's an interesting way of like,
crashes,
can you take that to your own bike riding a little bit, which is just like something that I always think.
Great point, yeah.
It's like when you go out for a trail ride and you just hammer down a trail, and sometimes you get to the bottom, like, oh, that were awful. But then you don't come back to it for another month or 2 weeks, 3 weeks, whatever it is, until your next ride. Actually interesting to go to a section of trail and go, right, I'm just going to do this bit. I push back up. I'll do it again.
Yeah.
I never do that. But it's kind of interesting to think, like, could you go and do that? I mean, obviously it's not on TV. It's literally for your own state of mind to know that you're getting better or getting quicker. But sometimes it's hard to differentiate.
I actually am a bit methodical about it. I am a bit like it. Obviously,
dirt
I
jumps
won't
are like that.
Sorry?
Dirt jumps are like that. Going to the trails is like that. You'll tick the first two, and then you're like, right, stop, and then get them perfect. Then you move to the next one.
Yeah.
Whereas like a normal enduro ride or trail ride from your house, it's like, obviously I don't really do that very often, but be interesting too.
Yeah. Dirt jumps I find is like a percentage. So I just start the day pulling up 30% and then end the day as high as I can get, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Whereas trails, I like not trails, like an actual track. I think normally my like riding, I'd like cruise sections and then attack others, or I'd try different lines. But I'm definitely methodical about it, or like I'll try and not break.
Yeah.
Which is quite weird, because I wouldn't say I'm like that in like all aspects of my life, but biking, I definitely, it's like quite nice to control some bits of it. I think, and also I think that a lot of riders that like you watch that it looks so crazy.
Yeah.
Let's just pick an example. Sam Reynolds is riding the biggest jumps in the world, doing these like crazy tricks, and you can see him have big crashes, bails, what have you. He's so much more calculated than an average rider.
Yeah.
He's way more safety conscious. It's way more considered.
Yeah.
Everything is considered. Speed. You watch him, he's working it out. He'll give you the best advice when it comes to like hitting something.
And I think that's kind of what I'm trying to get across as well with the systematic clinical approach.
I think you're right, yeah.
If you just tuned into that live feed on a Sunday and
look at these crazy guys.
Yeah. But you don't see what I guess we got access to, which was really great, and what you've been around as well a lot of your life. It's like that systematic, everyone's talking, the working speeds out, and it was really, obviously with the girls, it was dead interesting because they were all talking amongst themselves. There was just like this pack of girls trying to put together this like top to bottom, and then the way that they were working it out and looking at GoPro footage, and then it was good, wasn't it? It was really interesting to see that play out throughout the week.
It's really good.
Obviously, Lou putting it together at the end was like the cherry on the cake.
Yeah, how amazing. And you see how much it's, down in the finish line area, you see how much it means if you're a young girl and you actually see someone do it.
Yeah.
It's just like the value of that is so massive.
Yeah, totally.
Like, we can't even really understand it because you've always anything you want to do, you've had a guy doing it in biking. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, totally.
Whereas I can't even imagine if it was like something that no guys.
Yeah, totally. Ever done.
It's fucking amazing. It
it
counts for
is
so
super
much.
sick. Super sick. It was one of my major takeaways, and I'm going to be mindful about how I word this because I don't want it to come across anything other than positive. But I had like 3 major takeaways from Hardline, one of which was like how popular mountain biking is generally, but also for women. And I think, I don't know why I'm nervous about how I word it, but it's because
the internet.
But growing up, going to motocross events, it was very much a dude-heavy thing. Like, a lot of the women that were there were not racing. They were there because they were partners and stuff. You know what I mean? So to go to Hardline, walk around all day and see actual women, girls, whatever, wearing Troy Lee and like
into it,
actually into it. And then you've got the girls on course doing that. I think that was a major takeaway of like, well, biking's like really grown. Like, it's, you know what I mean? It's that was a major takeaway. Like I said, I don't know why I've got nervous about how I word that. I hope it comes across as only positive. But
no, absolutely. I think it's just like, it has value. I mean, you hear it discussed in so many different things as well, not just gender, but like race, like sexuality. If you can see someone that is you, it counts for an awful lot. It's it means so much.
Yeah.
It means so much. I just watched the Tour de France Unchained, is it? It's the Drive to Survive thing.
Yeah, okay.
And they had the first African stage winner last year. I think I'm catching up on seasons or whatever. But when you see how much it means and you feel the weight of it, it's like, it is mega cool. It is like...
Yeah, it is cool. Yeah, the whole Lou Ferguson and the girls in general just there riding it was super gnarly, and some of them took some diggers. Yeah. Some of the dudes took some diggers. It's all part of an event like that, I guess. But yeah, it was cool. I think hopefully I've got that across in the right way. I'm slightly nervous about how I said it. But
no, you didn't say anything.
I'm just saying that mountain biking's huge, and that there was loads of nice people there, and it wasn't just
totally
dudes.
No, I think you can tread confidently.
Okay, that's all right then. Yeah. Other major takeaway was loads of kids there as well,
Yeah.
You know, it's just sick, innit, seeing how many kids are interested in the sport, like actual fans of it. Pretty much all wearing Hellfare. Pretty much everyone's wearing Hellfare, which is really cool as well. I think, again, I guess when you don't go to events like that very often and you see... We'll use actually Matt Jones as an example, a Matt Jones video, and it's done 150,000, 200,000, whatever they do. When you actually see those people, it's really cool. It's just really cool, man, because you can see the impact that it's having on young people, not just especially, but young people that walk around. They've got Hellfare stuff on. They want to go meet Matt. That's sick. That's so cool,
mate. I think actually it's wicked seeing those boys. Obviously I love both of those boys and great friends, but just seeing how much actually a lot of just like what, so lucky to know these people. They've achieved so much, you know, whether it's the Jones brothers or the Athertons. Like, obviously Hardline is Atherton heavy, but like I was thinking about it with Matt and Jono, like they've made a online world where you can, because I don't think we've talked about the game.
No, we haven't really. No.
So Mavericks
Still
came out
Matt to during,
come on. Mavericks came out during Hardline, and we were hoping to get a sit down with them and talk about it, because it's really cool coming from those guys, because they've really worked on it. They've really been involved in it, and when you actually see it, it's a virtual world where you look up at a cliff, let's say, and there's North Shore in it. Yeah. Everywhere you look, there's like, it's like what's been in Matt and Jono's brain as their kids driving down the motorway, looking out the window. Oh, you could double those two hills. Like we've all done it. Yeah. They've put it into a game.
Yeah, that's sick, isn't it?
It gives me like goosebumps when you actually really think about how cool it is. Like, I really wanted to get them on, to get them, and hopefully we will, but to get them to chat about it, because when you actually think about how much effort it is, and you know, I'm not into games.
No.
When you when you imagine back to when you were younger.
It's huge, dude.
Yeah, your imagination could just.
But also the impact that's having now on young people, not just young people, using those as an example, but that are sat playing that game, that are frothing for biking, that go to Hardline, that want to meet the people. Like it
elevates the sport. It's a sport worth making a game over.
100%.
That's pretty cool. That is, yeah.
It's hard to not draw parallels with like Tony Hawk.
Yeah.
But it's really similar for what that did for skateboarding.
Yeah.
And those athletes that were all involved in it around that world.
Yeah.
And what this game is probably going to do for mountain biking and is doing for mountain biking.
Yeah.
Again, it's just cool, isn't it? When sometimes you don't realize what those numbers, that they're actually real people, if that makes sense. And it's the same with this. Like you see an episode go up and you see the audio and whatever, and then you go to an event and you're like, fuck, like they're actually real people that are actually on this hill and that you get to meet and talk to. And it's just really cool. It's probably a lot of it is me not going to many events, but a big takeaway was like how good biking is and how lovely everyone is.
Oh, wicked. That's
everyone wants to talk to you, and it's like it's
nice.
So nice, and they're all looking up to these riders that, again, are like friends, but also some of them aren't. Don't know them that well, but they're like megastars.
Yeah,
really cool.
Right, that's a great segue onto the riders. We've talked about the track.
Yeah,
let's talk about the riders. Who are your standout riders from Red Bull Hardline? Obviously, the list is ridiculous.
The list is ridiculous.
Really, mess up. But.
I really wish we got to see Dan Booker in finals.
Yeah,
because he was a joy to watch all week, especially earlier in the week when I don't know if he changed the attire, but he was just riding like an enduro rider, knee pads on, shorts.
Oh, was it shorts? Yeah,
yeah. I just thought it was so sick. But he was just beautiful to watch on a bike, wasn't he? Like. We both said that throughout the week, how stylish and fluid and just he was making it
perfect
look
technique.
Really not easy, but it was very, 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 very smooth.
Do you remember Kevin Wyndham?
Yes, exactly. It's so true, man. He is the Kevin Wyndham of mountain biking, I feel like. Just super dialed, precise.
That would stand out for me as well.
Yeah. I wish we got to see Dan Booker in the finals. Not just because he might not have won the event, but I just think
I'd like to have seen the time. It would have been interesting.
Yeah, he might not, but it'd just be a joy to watch on the big screen as well, just to see him, throw down. That would have been really cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so Dan Booker's going to be one for me. That was an absolute joy to watch. Trying to think. Dodgy Rog really stood out. He ended up finishing 8th. Never been before.
Dodgy Rog.
Finishing 8th, man. He'd never been before. That was really cool. And it was, again, I'm a massive Roger Vieira fan. I think after having him on the show and seeing the story play out and
he's
aiming to go riding with him every week at the moment, and we keep missing each other. It's dead funny. So it's, he was really great to watch. The way, again, that you just watch him break the track down, and then all of a sudden he's putting 4 runs in, and,
I enjoy seeing the contrast between the youth. Okay, you've got like Ronan, like so raw and physical on a bike and so fast, and it's mega cool to see because I actually haven't really seen him race that much.
Yeah.
Then you've got Asa,
right?
Seemingly like superhuman levels of bike control, very clean, really rides. It looks like there's more in the tank, which is terrifying.
True.
And then also you've got Rat.
Rat
just makes everything look so nice. Like his style on a bike, like he's a veteran bike handler.
True.
Like he makes. I talked to Needles after the thing, and I was talking about the varying levels of like disrespect on course because most people respect Hardline. Hardline is a crazy racetrack, but you've got like Rat making it look chill and easy. You've got Brendan doing a top to bottom one bang is quite disrespectful. And then also you've got Olly Clark, who I've not really seen ride, but
true.
You've got him like attack the course like in a sort of carefree manner, which just seems
quite bulldoggy.
Yeah, it just seems so crazy to me because it's like a course that demands respect. Yeah, I thought that was kind of quite a funny bit, but
one person that I think we just haven't spoken about that much would be Charlie Hatton.
Oh, mate.
Obviously
so
finished
annoying,
second.
Yeah,
but I'm trying to draw a parallel between him and a moto guy. Kevin Windham's probably actually really good, but he's just always there. Almost doesn't get not the respect, but like
incredible.
It's just always there, and you almost overlook him because he's so good. It's like you're never going to see like anything insane. You're never going to see any.
No, he's in control
just,
at the edge, and he's like it
just
throughout
there.
all of practice.
Yeah,
right on the edge, perfect technique.
Yeah, you almost overlook him because it's too good. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's
totally.
Like too perfect.
No, I always feel really guilty actually about that because you're right. He is always there.
Yeah,
and it's like you almost kind of just take it for granted. You're like, well, obviously Charlie's a threat.
Exactly.
I don't need to mention it, but you like subsequently don't end up mentioning it.
Yeah.
Charlie was really cool to see ride that course. Actually.
Totally. Really cool to see ride that course. And there's certain riders that I don't understand why, but they don't get that thing. Whatever that thing is that everyone's like, oh my God. It's like, yeah, of course he came through here fast as fuck. It was perfect.
Fast as fuck, in control.
Yeah.
Seemingly chilling, but not chilling.
Kind
of knows what he's doing. He's
and then gets second place. And it's just like, yeah, of course he did. Like, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. Laurie, I would have liked to see his run because he actually looked like he was really moving.
Yeah.
Like Laurie was on one, it felt
Laurie
like.
was
actually.
on one.
Yeah,
I agree.
Like he wanted it.
Yeah. And so was Bernard. Like, you know, again, he came back from, what was it?
Bernard
eight broken legs. He was, you know, he came back the next day and raced. It was really quite something.
Yeah, that was quite a story actually. That was quite an amazing story of the race.
Yeah.
So what was his final position?
Fourth, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think fourth. I've only got the top three there, but yeah, I think it's.
He was just off the podium, but it was
fourth.
Incredibly impressive when you considered the crash he had was massive.
Yeah.
And just all of the, whilst we were there, we got obviously all of the chat. It was like Bernard's broken his leg, punctured his lung, he's coughing up blood. There's no way he's racing. It's just such a bummer. And then I called him and he's like, we're on. My leg's not broken. We're racing. Like,
yeah, interesting, eh?
I don't know how much of it was like whispers and it was incorrect, but to think that you've broken your leg and then be like, no, you haven't. Oh, cool. Let's race hardline then.
Yeah.
So good on him for putting it together after that.
Really cool. Really, really cool. But much respect. I think you get more respect the more you see these people ride. I know, again, that sounds so kooky, but when you don't see them in person ride that often, obviously we're very lucky with this. We get these athletes and people coming in here, there and everywhere, but like rarely do you see them put down a race run on one of the hardest tracks in the world and get to see the whole process of it being put together. So kind of like more respect in a way for all of them.
No, you're actually really right. And like even as someone who gets to ride with them, there's a difference between, you know, if it's your friend, you just think of them as a friend and you ride with them. And then when you actually get to a track like that and there are like big features and then it's your friend and they're in all clean kit and they're like still the same person, they're still talking to you the same, but it's like, oh yeah, I almost forget, you know.
Yeah,
Teo,
totally.
Such a fun guy to be around.
100%.
Love hanging out with him, love riding with him. It's just like, we're just joking the whole time when I hang out with him. And then you get there and
and you go to
like,
Hardline and you're like,
oh yeah, you're actually
this is
really
your job.
Insanely good biker.
Yeah.
Like you're doing, like I do sometimes forget it because you have like a nice relaxed.
I think it's a good thing to do every now and again, is to just, I mean, we should probably do it more, but like go to events like that and see the gravity of it and the fan base and it almost, like for me, driving away, it kind of brought me back down to reality of like, oh, this actually is really sick. And it's not just numbers and it's not just organising this and sponsors and blah, 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 blah. It's like you come away from an event like that, you're like, actually, what an amazing thing we're a part of. And I'd like to think we're adding something to it as well, which is really cool. And these people are actually friends and like, it's really nice.
Definitely.
An amazing amount of listeners and people that we bumped into, and it's sick. Really, really, really cool.
For sure. What a time.
What a time.
Very much enjoyed it.
Here's a thought.
Go on.
Tasmania, Wales are the two hardline venues.
Yeah.
If there was going to be a third, we're just throwing it out there. Where do you think would fit right now? I had an idea.
Oh, go on.
Utah hardline. Like, build a course that's actually a bit of a race course, that is a race course, that has rampage style features.
Yeah, what's a rampage run top to bottom? It's 1 minute.
Is it? Too short, isn't it?
1 minute? I reckon it's 1 minute. Around a minute, top to bottom.
Could you extend it?
Yeah, no doubt you could, definitely.
By snaking around a bit.
If you think about, like, especially, like, Cam's Ink.
Mate.
They tend to just go...
Kind of writes itself. Hardline Utah.
It'd be very cool, wouldn't it? With that red dirt.
With the red dirt. Yeah, wouldn't it?
Yeah. It could even be a sprint style event.
Hot seat racing.
But yeah, you're right.
It's
pretty cool. I mean, when you just think of the riding out there, like the other riding I've done when I've been out there.
Yeah.
Like imagining racing down some of that is really crazy.
Could have it at the end of the season.
Yeah.
Because you're not having weather problems.
Great shout, Davey. I think I like it. You should pitch it.
Shall I pitch it?
Yeah, pitch it.
Just done it now. There you go. You can have that one for free.
Todd Barber can make that happen, I'm sure.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Go
on, Todd. Get on it, mate. That'd be cool, though, wouldn't it?
Hardline Utah.
Quite sick.
Yeah.
Should we have another little break?
Let's have a break. And then afterwards, I want to talk to you about the spa day we went on.
Oh.
Still
feel good from that.
Yeah, me too.
Okay. After the break.
Welcome to the Bike Star.
Hi there. I'm looking for a little R&R for my bike. Do you have any different things you can suggest, maybe? My name's Olly Wilkins.
Yes, Olly. Let me take you through our treatments. We believe we can offer something for every rider and their bike. First, we have the Perenni massage.
Oh, that sounds really nice, yeah.
Or we have the sound bath.
Sound bath?
If you really want to treat it, we have an incredible hot yoga session available.
I suppose the heat's quite nice. It probably does. Yeah, okay.
However, we do have the custom wrap.
The custom wrap?
Our custom wrap is a custom-fitted PPF wrap designed exclusively for your bike. It provides a rejuvenating and revitalizing finish. It really doesn't get much better than that.
No way. I mean, obviously I'm going to go for that then. Yeah, please.
Great choice. I'll book that right in. While you wait, you can take advantage of our mindfully prepared bike owner relaxation space, complete with carefully selected multimedia entertainment and the refreshing scent of eucalyptus aromatherapy.
Oh, this place is the best.
Would you like a glass of cucumber-infused glacial water?
Yes, I would.
I'm in sunny Shrewsbury in the UK, the birthplace of Charles.
Hey up. Water's pretty good, isn't it?
What a lease of life. I can't even believe it's you.
All right, we're rattling through it, aren't we?
Yeah,
we're rattling through this one. This is lovely. So, if you're watching or listening to the show, what else? What are your other options? We don't do braille yet, do we?
Smelling the show.
Smelling the show.
So this is the only time. I'll let you into a secret. Normally, when we come back from the ad break, obviously the ad break doesn't necessarily happen, and we don't know what the ad is. So when we say that was an amazing ad, we don't know what we're talking about. In this instance, we do know what we're talking about.
We do know what we're talking about.
It is the topic.
It is the topic of conversation.
What a nice
for sure.
change.
Yes, we really, really know that ad inside out, don't we? We know it top to bottom, inside out, round and round.
So the spa day.
Yes, the spa day. So this was, wow, where do we start, man? This was kind of for me, I don't want to get all weird and businessy, but like a goal of doing this for a long time has been to do more stuff like the spa day that we just watched, because whenever we speak to sponsors, right, we go, well, look, ads are kind of easy at this point. Like, we know they're going to probably work depending on the product. We can do scripts, we can do this, we can sit here, we can read an ad read. But what we really want to do is actually create beautiful content that the brand can then use themselves. It can be part of a bigger campaign. And I think this, tied up with the media company that we now kind of have, is the perfect way to do that. So this, I guess, was our first. We've done it before, you know, we've done stuff, haven't we? 510 was a good one that we did, the shoot, and we did the shoes, and we've done a few. I'm trying to think off the top of my head what other stuff we've done. Compex, we did Day Out, we did an ad read for that. We've done a few bits, haven't we? But the InvisiFrame one was like, for us, probably a bit bigger project. It was more of a like speaking to them, coming up with a concept, which was refresh and ride, and then actually going off, you know, putting together a plan and executing it from top to bottom, which I am extremely proud of, because it was a hell of an undertaking. The guys here, Doug and Naomi especially, and the people at InvisiFrame really helped pull it together. And some of the things that you might not know about stuff like that. So we had to source a location. We had actors. We had catering. We had sound. We had video. We had insurance. We had traveling. We had equipment hire. Like, that was a big old project that that we managed to pull off. And some of the comments, I mean, we dropped it on the Elliot Jackson episode, and the comments underneath YouTube was straight away like, that ad was sick. Like, people actually really loved it. So I think we've smashed that one, I reckon. I'm really, really proud of it. And it was a fun day as well, wasn't it? So we shot it in London. We hired a we hired a porn set.
Yeah, let's talk about that. Yeah. So the place we were in had a revolving bed. Now, I understand, like, it's for photo shoots, this place. But what photo shoot do you need a revolving bed? Like, I feel like if we had UV bulbs and you turned them on, it would look like a murder scene in there, eh? Like this,
Yeah, it was quite a spot, wasn't
it's
it?
so interesting that these places exist. Like,
Yeah, I feel like we dipped into the dark world for the day a little bit, right? Like,
it's an OnlyFans.
she was
set,
just like,
yeah.
what are you doing? Fucking bike products. Like,
Sure.
who's getting banged?
I'd be so interested in how that world
When we
works.
turned up, I bet she was just like, what
the
are
nerds
these
are in.
guys doing here?
Yeah.
Oh, we should have took Headmasters. They'd have thought they'd dropped on. So we hired that location, which we actually genuinely only got because it was white, and we wanted a white space. We thought it'd look cool. We wanted it to look like a spa day.
I've been watching Severance since. That was the
Inspiration.
Doug and Naomi's inspiration. Yeah.
I've never
Have
seen
you seen
Severance.
that?
No.
Have you watched it? It's really good, isn't it? I'm really.
How do you
hooked.
see it? Where is it? Apple, you see,
Yeah,
don't have
Apple,
it.
Yeah.
Don't know how to do that one. Yes, that's Siri. How do you... I don't know how to get that one, I'll be honest. Oh, God, I feel like my dad, just confused by everything.
You just type it in, Severance.
Okay. What on?
On anything.
What's Apple?
I think you just type stuff in and it comes up. That's all I do.
Yeah, just ask Siri then.
Just type it in on the search thing on anything.
And it comes up.
Yeah, I think so, because like TVs are smart. Like they're like
True. Don't have
linked
one.
to
but
everything, aren't they?
Yeah, true.
You've got a TV, Davey.
I
You
have.
told me the other day.
Yeah, I do have one, but not. No, I do have one. It's in my office that I don't use, but yeah.
Oh, you don't use it? Okay.
There's too many cracks in walls now.
Oh, mate.
Sorry, don't use it.
Oh, don't.
Anyway. So yeah, Severance, I haven't seen it. I probably should see it.
No, it's just a cool series. It's just but it was actually like it was
What is
quite
it
funny
about?
watching it.
What is it about?
Dude, it really it'll turn this podcast into a. Imagine you can go to work,
Yeah.
but you can make it so as soon as you go to work, your brain shuts off and you don't have to do the work. Another version of you is doing it. But that version of you just does work. And then when it comes to leave, it cuts off.
Oh, wow.
So it means you can like compartmentalize your life. But the whole idea is about how this work version of you, it just has to work.
Oh.
Every time it gets in the lift to go down, it just comes back up again and works again. Do you see what I mean? There's nothing in between.
Interesting concept.
Yeah, so I really like ideas like that. Like,
okay.
Just mad ideas.
Okay. All right. So that was the inspiration.
Yeah.
Interesting. That's cool.
Yeah.
So we did that, and then the whole concept obviously was also InvisiFrame's new campaign, which is about refresh and ride.
Yes.
Which we're also doing some more videos for. You're doing one, aren't you? Soon?
I don't know, but yeah,
maybe.
It's a really
I'm
good
doing one.
It's really good because actually does. I've had lots of bikes that my bikes really get used.
Yes.
And then when you rewrap them, it's actually insane how new it makes the bike look.
Yeah.
And I've done it a couple of times, so it's quite cool that it's something that I've actually done a couple of times and thought's really good. And then they're just doing
which is why we used one of your old bikes for the thing.
Yeah.
Older
that bike actually was like one of the ones that I first did it on, and I couldn't believe it. Like I was like, I loved that bike, and I thought, I've really ruined it, just through everyday use, a winter of riding, it's all scratched up, and then
you wrap it, it's like new again.
But it's literally like new again.
Yeah,
it's insane, isn't it?
Yeah, it's cool. So that's the whole. Well, basically, it's not even a concept; it's just actually what the product does.
Yeah.
So we that's what it's about: taking your bike for a spa day, and then the best thing is just to rewrap it, like a face wrap. I don't know what the equivalent thing is in a spa. Do you have a face wrap?
What are those things called?
Facial. Yeah. You know what I mean, don't you?
Say again.
Some facials have happened in that studio. I'll tell you, dude.
A face mask.
Face mask. That's what I meant. Face mask.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hella fun day. I think it came out amazing. You can even just watch it if you want. It's on InvisiFrame's YouTube.
They've just watched it, no?
Yeah, if you want to watch it again. In fact, just rewind a little bit. Go back. Enjoy it again.
Yeah, enjoy it again.
Yeah. That's a great point. You can actually just watch it again. That's what we did, innit? We did I'm really proud of it. Really, really proud of it. I can't wait to do hopefully some more. It was a stressful day though, wasn't it? We managed to pull a lot of people together for one day. It was like, 10 people on set? On set. Yeah, it was a lot. It was really good. Really proud of it.
Just make I can't. Like, I'm so bad at proud. It makes my toes. I know you're doing it. It just makes my toes curl against my shoes. I can't deal with it.
You did one that I hate as well earlier.
Oh no, did I?
Yeah, yogurt.
Yogurt.
Can't say it.
Really, you don't like the word yogurt?
I say yogurt.
Yogurt.
Genuinely, yeah. I've always said yogurt.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I actually don't know what.
Like that yog bit. That'll make me throw up in my mouth. That's like moist.
How do you know how you're meant to say something? It's a really good point. I've never.
Yeah.
I think of yogurt as American.
Yeah, definitely. I just don't like the yog bit. Yog. There's no other words that have got yog in.
Have you got anything else? Any other words that you absolutely can't hear?
Work.
Georgie doesn't like moist.
Yeah, a lot of people don't like that one.
Yeah, it's because it kind of sounds like what it is.
My once went to a carvery with my
cool?
granddad. My granddad, I think as people get older, they stop really caring what they're saying, don't they? They just don't give a fuck anymore. And went to a carvery and he asked the lady, he just went, "Here, is it moist, love?" Oh, my family were just like, "Oh no." It's so bad. It was like pretty loud as well, Didn't really care.
Yogurt.
Yeah, yogurt. Way better.
All right.
But I do say tomato. And
Yogurt.
do you say scone or
tomato? Scone.
Scone. There you go. Interesting.
But I don't know what the. I don't know.
See,
how
I say
you're meant
scone.
to say.
Tomato.
When did you start saying yogurt?
years ago. Long time
Conscious
ago.
decision?
Mate, that yog. It's like, why are you saying yog? There's no other words that have yog in. Yogurt. And it's like think about the actual thing as you're saying it as well. Like a pot of yogurt. Oh my God, it's horrible, isn't it? Imagine it. Like it's all like
Yog.
creamy. And
Yog, dude.
oh, come on. It's horrible. When you were saying it the other day, it really got me.
Really, yeah.
Yeah, because you were like doing this and you're like, yeah, Deeks just eats yog. You're
Yogurt.
saying that, and I was just like, "Oh, please stop! I can't tell him." Yeah, I hate it, mate. Ugh.
I'm sorry, yogurt.
Yeah, you got any more?
No. Proud
got
is,
any?
I just can't deal with proud. I cannot deal with proud at all. It's like, but it's more like the emotion I can't deal with.
Yeah, it's
I
tough,
just
isn't it?
can't, yeah.
Anyway,
I'm not a proud person.
no.
No.
You been watching anything good lately?
Yeah.
Have you?
What am I watching?
Not Severance, not the
No,
InvisiFrame
I've
ad.
got Foreverish.
Foreverish. I don't know what that
Which is
What's
the
that?
Semenuk edit. It's actually, I think it's a 2-part thing, and I
Ooh.
think Shram did it. And I just am a big Semenuk fan, and has a bit of history, so it's really cool. Yeah,
I haven't seen it.
yeah, definitely worth watching. Yeah,
Just come out.
yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Wow, there you go.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I'm distracted. I keep hearing like an electricity noise. It sounds like.
Oh, really?
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
I don't know.
You get a shock then?
No, I didn't, but
It looked like you
I
got
don't know
a shock.
if it makes a sound or not. But anyway, sorry.
It's all right. No, I haven't seen it. I'm a little bit worried that my YouTube algorithm doesn't think that I like bikes anymore.
Right, what's the algorithm gone to?
A lot of podcasts, a lot of fitnessy stuff, bit of cleaning.
What's your favourite cleaning one?
I don't know if I have a favourite cleaning one as such. There's like a big thing on TikTok. It's like just dialed dudes that just live in like fresh apartments and they just clean them. It's so nice to watch. It's just like beautiful. Like they take the washing machine out and it's like immaculate behind it and they like hoover it. Fucking. And then they'll like spray some scent in the air. And then I go back to my own house, just like, oh, it's a bit yogurt. Do you know what I mean? It's a bit like, ugh.
So much of the internet is not reality, though.
No,
is it?
totally, mate.
But
But
yeah,
it's,
you wonder about those.
It makes
like-
me go to Home Bargains and buy some cleaning products. So
There you go.
that's good. That is only positive.
Yeah.
And when
yeah,
you
true.
find the same ones that they use, you're like, fuck yeah, there's like these little like pink,
yogurt sort of
no,
pots. No.
pink like toilet cleaning things that you drop in and they fizz.
Yeah.
And you're just like, yeah. I got influenced by, you know,
So cleaning influencing.
yeah. If you've seen like the sticks you put in your drain,
No.
it's like a little fresh stick, like a little matchstick. They're nice. Drop those in. You know,
I love it you got into cleaning. That's so interesting. Do you think it's like an algorithm?
I think it's just getting old.
Oh, is it? Yeah. So you don't think it's been turbocharged by these like clean apartments?
Oh yeah,
And
yeah. It's turbocharged.
TikToks.
Yeah, it's real turbocharged.
yeah.
Yeah, man. I got a steam cleaner, and I love it.
It's so good.
You know, if you open your windows and you've got like on the edges, not the glass but the plastic around, get all full of dirt. If you get a steam cleaner and you clean all those out, oh, it's so nice.
Nice.
Anyway, so what have you been watching?
The Foreverish.
Foreverish.
Yeah, the Semenuk thing.
Yeah, of course. Okay.
Except talking of dialed dudes, Semenuk seemingly, he could probably do, I bet he's got a clean house.
Yeah, he strikes me as him and Fabio, clean house people.
He's not got yogurt behind his washing machine.
No mouldy yogurt.
No.
I've been watching, and
No
I'm gonna
garbage.
watch Foreverish.
Yeah.
What even is this?
No aluminum.
Ooh, that's a
foil.
good one.
Do you say aluminum?
No, I say aluminium. Although aluminum's got a certain ring to it, right?
You like it? Yeah.
It's nicer, isn't it?
I like aluminium.
Aluminium.
That's what I would say, but I don't have I don't really care. I understand what it means. either serving suggestion, I understand. Yeah.
Yeah. I've been watching. There's a new comedy special by Dusty Slay on Netflix. And I really like Dusty Slay.
Okay, I've never heard.
Have you not?
No.
Oh, you'd like Dusty Slay. He's quite Theo Von-y. He's kind of redneck. Talks about just growing up in a trailer park. It's funny. It's funny.
Oh,
dude.
cool.
It's funny.
It's a
dude.
new special.
New comedy special. It's called Wet Heat, and his one before was called Working Man. Both of which are really funny. And I was listening to him on the way here. He's just done Theo Von's podcast, which I really like. Theo Von's podcast, and it's just good times, man.
Oh,
It's,
nice.
You know, it's one of those shows where one of those episodes where you're just laughing along. And,
I'd love to know what it means financially to get a Netflix special.
Well, it's interesting. He was talking about it because there's not many, I don't think, that they pay for up front. So
really?
he had to pay for it, and then you try and sell it after.
God, it must cost some money filming
Yeah,
that, eh?
yeah. It's nicely shot. It's quite good.
And they have to film loads of different.
I think they do a few, don't they? And then
Yeah.
they stitch them together, get the best bits out. We should do that with this. Just do a load and then stitch it together, get rid of all the crap. But yeah, it's good. Good. Dusty Slay, big fan of him. I was kind of a bit worried for a little while that he wasn't really getting his sort of what do you call it? His sort of fan. What do you call it? Like his sort of exposure, his sort of respect. I didn't know if other comedians liked him because he's not done any of the big podcasts, which is kind of where I find out about these people.
Right. Yeah.
So when I saw he'd done Theo Von today, I was like, he must be legit. Because there's certain comedians, right, that you don't ever see on those big platforms because they think that they're hacky or I don't know. So I heard that time. I heard it. Yeah, that's quite scary.
We might have to wrap this up before we end up in an electricity fire. It's really loud.
Yeah, that was quite loud, that one. Okay. Before we burn the barn down.
Yeah.
That's it really, isn't it? That's it, and that's that.
Yes.
That's been a fun catch up.
Yeah. Always good. And
Always
thanks
good.
for listening. Thanks for joining along with us.
Yeah, thank you to all of our partners, and especially InvisiFrame for letting us do that podcast. We're very proud of it. That episode.
Yogurt. Peace and love.
Mate, what an episode.
Brilliant. I thought you were really great, Davey.
Mate, and I thought you were even better.
Thanks, dude.
Better
Thanks,
than
dude.
normal.
Oh, cheers.
Hey, how about we tell our lovely podcast community to hit subscribe here.
Yeah.
Click on the video on Olly's face.
That's right.
Click on the video on my face.
Yeah.
And follow us at The Right Companion on Instagram.
They can like and comment as well.
Please do.
I'm going to try and get this energy and I'm going to bring it into next week.
Let's fast forward to next week's episode.
Done.